अंधेरा। ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। ज्ञान यज्ञ से प्रकट हुई अद्भुत योग की ज्वाला। हर आत्मा पुण्य हुई जब पिया अमृत प्याला। शिव ने शांति भरा कलश, शिव ने शांति भरा कलश ब्रह्मा मुख से छलकाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। विश्व शांति दूत शिव ने चारों ओर पहुँचाए। शांति की किरणों से जग के दुख और पाप मिटाए। शांति का भंडार शिव ने, शांति का भंडार शिव ने जन जन तक पहुँचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। अशांत थे आशा आई पाके शिव का सहारा। प्रेम शीतलता सुख का उसने बोध कराया न्यारा। त्राही त्राही करता था मानव, त्राही त्राही करता था मानव, तृप्त गुणों से पाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया।
ओम शांति। ओम शांति। गुड मॉर्निंग। Today is 5th May. This date is very special for the sacrificial fire. Can anyone say? Fifth May, that is 5th May 1950. So they shifted to Mount Abu from Pakistan. So in today's Murli, Baba says, if you want to go with the Father, you must become completely pure. If you want to come at the beginning of the golden age, then you must break your intellect away from everyone else and stay in the remembrance of Baba, and you must become soul conscious. When we follow Father's directions, then we will claim that highest status. Only the Father is the bestower of the everlasting peace and happiness and the liberation in life. You can't get this blessing from any human being. So Baba says, now the soul is under the eclipse. So we have to donate these vices. So Baba says, by being under the influence of body consciousness and by listening to the Gita, which was heard on the path of devotion, we have come down the ladder and we have become bankrupt. Now Baba comes and gives us the true knowledge of the Gita. So let's listen to Baba's Murli. The essence, sweet children, only from the one Father, not from any bodily being, do you receive the blessing of peace and happiness. Baba has come to show you the path to liberation and liberation in life. Question: what effort do you have to make in order to go back with the Father and then come at the beginning of the golden age? What effort do you have to make in order to go back with the Father and then come at the beginning of the golden age? Answer: if you want to go back with the Father, become completely pure. In order to come at the beginning of the golden age, you must break your intellect's yoga away from everyone else and stay in the remembrance of one Father. Definitely become soul conscious. So if you want to come at the beginning of the golden age, you must break your intellect's yoga away from everyone else and stay in remembrance of the Father. Definitely become soul conscious. If you follow the directions of the one Father, you claim a right to an elevated status. The song, show the path to us blind ones, dear God, because we are getting stumbled. Om Shanti. Who sang this song? The children, because there is only the one Father and He is called the Creator. Creation calls out to the Creator. Because we called out to the Creator, Baba, we have become blind. Can you show us the path? So the creation calls out to the Creator. Baba has explained to you, you have two fathers on the path of devotion. One is of this world and the other is from beyond this world. The Father of all souls is one, and because of having one Father, all the souls of the world, irrespective of whatever religion or they belong to, irrespective of whichever country they are from, Baba says they have one Father. All souls call themselves brothers. They call out to that because we have one Father. That's why we souls are brothers. They call out to that Father, O God, the Father. O Supreme Father, have mercy, forgive me. Only the one God is the protector of the devotees. They will say that, have mercy. They always speak in their language. We say that, Baba, be kind, have mercy, forgive me. So only the one God is the protector of devotees. First of all, explain that you have two fathers. The Father from beyond is the same one for everyone, whereas everyone's worldly father is different. Therefore, which one is greater, a worldly father or the Father from beyond this world? A worldly father can never be called God or the Supreme Father. Who is greater? The Father from beyond this world is the greatest one. So you don't call him the Supreme Father or the God. The Father of souls is only the one Supreme Father or Supreme Soul. The name of souls never changes, whereas the names of bodies change, because when the soul changes the body, then the soul's name gets changed based on the body. The souls play the parts through different bodies, that is, they take rebirth. Only the Father comes and explains how many births souls eventually take. Children, you don't know about your own births. Some souls take 84 births, and some take lesser than that, and some take 50%, like 42 or 40 births. So who takes how many number of births? Those things will be explained by Baba. Baba says, children, you don't know about your own births. The Father comes in Bharat and his name is Shiva. They understand that Shiva is the Supreme Soul, and they also celebrate the birthday of Shiva or the night of Shiva. He is incorporeal just as souls are incorporeal. He comes into the corporeal form from the incorporeal in order to play his part. Shiv Baba is a point of light, and the soul's original form is also a point of light, because the form of the soul and Supreme Soul is the same. So Baba comes from the incorporeal world into this corporeal form in order to play his part. The incorporeal Shiva can't play a part without a body. People don't understand these things at all. They are completely blind. They don't understand that the incorporeal one also has to adopt the corporeal costume in order to play his role. Everyone's body has two physical eyes, but the souls don't have the third eye of this knowledge, which is also called the divine eye. The souls have forgotten their Father for this. This is why. Which eye is being asked? So Baba says it's about the divine insight, the divine eye, that intellect people ask from God. Because the souls have forgotten themselves and about the Father. For this is why they call out, show the path to us blind ones. The path to where? To the land of peace and the land of happiness. The bestower of salvation and the Satguru for all is one. The bestower of salvation and the Satguru for all is one. Human beings can't become gurus for human beings and grant them salvation. Neither do they attain salvation, nor they are able to grant it to others. So Baba says, neither they attain nor they enable others attain. Only the one Father grants salvation to all. Remember that one Father, Alpha. The Father explains no human being can grant salvation, that is liberation or liberation in life, peace or happiness for all time to anyone. The ocean of peace, Baba only gives us the everlasting peace. That peace can be experienced in that land of peace, and the happiness can be experienced in the land of happiness. So the Father gives us the blessing of peace and happiness. Human beings can't grant it to human beings. The people of Bharat were Sato Pradhan when they were golden aged residents of heaven. Souls were pure Bharat was called. Purity is the mother of peace and happiness, because when we are pure, we obviously receive that peace and happiness, the blessing of peace and happiness. Bharat was called heaven when souls were pure and Satopradhan. You know that 5,000 years before today, Bharat truly was Satopradhan heaven. It was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. It's now the end of the Iron Age, and this is called hell. When this Bharat was heaven, it was very wealthy, and there were palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. The father reminds you, children, of this. It became the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan at the beginning of the golden age. That was called heaven, paradise. The father explains it's no longer heaven. Baba only comes in Bharat. The birthday of incorporeal Shiva is celebrated, but no one knows what he does. That too, we celebrate Shiv Jayanti here in Bharat, but no one knows what he does. Because that was the divine task of Baba, that he gets the things, he enables Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar to carry out the task of establishment or creation, then sustenance and the destruction, respectively. So we celebrate his birthday. The father of us souls is Shiva, and we are celebrating his birthday. They don't even know the biography of the father. It's remembered, everyone remembers God at the time of sorrow. They call out, "Oh God, the Father, have mercy." It is said that everyone remembers God at the time of sorrow. So if one remembers God when one is happy, then why does that one has sorrow which makes him remember Baba? So we are very unhappy because this is the kingdom of Ravan. They continue to burn an effigy of Ravan every year, but they don't know who Ravan with 10 heads is. They just believe that he was the king of Lanka. Who is the Ravan in actual terms? Why do we burn him? Why do we burn him when he is the king of Lanka? What sort of enemy is he that we make an effigy of him and then burn it? And we always make a bigger effigy and then start burning. The people of Bharat don't know this at all because they don't have the third eye of this knowledge. This is why they want the kingdom of Rama. There are 5 vices in man and 5 vices in woman. That's why this is called the community of Ravan. Why do they depict the Ravan with 10 heads? What do that indicate? Because when we are on the family path, even men and women both have 5 vices. So Ravan is shown with that donkey because his intellect doesn't have that wisdom. It's of a donkey's intellect. So these 5 vices of Ravan are the greatest enemy, and this is why people make an effigy of him and then burn it. The people of Bharat don't know who the Ravan is, the one whom they burn. No one even knows when the kingdom of Ravan came into existence. The father explains the golden and the silver ages are the kingdom of Ram, and the copper and the iron ages are the kingdom of Ravan. It It was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the golden age. No one knows how and from whom they received their kingdom. These matters have to be understood. Attention has to be paid to these things. The Father is the most beloved, and this is why they call out to Him on the path of devotion. When it was their kingdom in Bharat, there was no name and trace of sorrow. When it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan, there wasn't any name or trace of any sorrow. Now it's the land of sorrow, and there are so many religions. In the golden age, the conflicts always happen in the name of religion in the world. There are so many religions, and in the golden age there was just one religion. No one knows where all of these souls will go because they are all blind. No one receives the third eye of this knowledge from the scriptures. Only the ocean of knowledge, that is Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, gives you the gives you the eye of this knowledge. He only gives us that divine insight and the divine intellect. Each of your souls receives the third eye of this knowledge, and souls have forgotten how many births they have taken. Where did the kingdom of the deities of the golden age go? It's remembered that human beings take 84 births. They speak of a cycle of 84, but which souls take 84 births? Those who come into Bharat first are the deities. They take 84 births and become impure by the end. People sing, "O purifier." This proves that they themselves are impure. Which is why they call out, "O purifier, come and purify us." How can those who are impure purify anyone else? The Father explains, for half a cycle, it is the path of devotion in the kingdom of Ravan. Baba says, if we ourselves are impure, Baba is speaking about the saints and sannyasis, how can they purify other people? The Father explains, for half a cycle, it's the path of devotion in the kingdom of Ravan. The people of Bharat have experienced so much sorrow because of these 5 vices. They take 84 births, and this calculation has to be explained. At first, in the golden age, you are Sato Pradhan. Then in the silver age, you are Sato. The soul takes how many number of births? How many births in each age? That has to be explained. So in the golden age, you are Sato Pradhan. In the silver, you become Sato. Then in the copper, you become Rajo Pradhan. And in the iron age, you become Tamo Pradhan. The alloy mixed with this into the souls. The Father only comes in Bharat. This is the birthday of Shiva. All other souls take birth through a womb. The Father says, I enter an ordinary old body at the end of this age. At the end of this, that is the last of many births. I enter an ordinary old body at the end of this, the last of many births. This explanation is not given to just one person. The costume which is selected by Baba, that is the last of many births. Because this has to be given to every child of Baba. This is a Gita Pathshala, and because we are sitting in university. This Raj Yoga is taught to you, human beings, in order to change you into deities. You have come here to attain the sovereignty of heaven that only the Father can give you. No one becomes a king just by studying the Gita. In fact, he becomes even poorer. The Gita on the path of devotion has made everyone come down the ladder. The Father gives you the knowledge of the Gita and makes you into kings. By listening to the Gita from others, you have become poor. When it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat, there was that purity, peace and prosperity. It was a pure family ashram. There was no mention of violence there. Violence began in the Copper Age. That's why this instance is given, that the lion and a goat, they drink water at the same place. So no violence takes place there, whether it's the violence which is done by using the sword of lust or the violent activities, physical violence. So in the golden age, you were 100% solvent and Satopradhan. None of the sages or holy men or any other people know this secret. The Father, who is the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, comes and tells you the way to become Satopradhan. Look what people's condition has become by following Ravan's dictates. Even kings fall at the feet of the idols, and they sing the praise of those who were pure kings in the past. What do they sing? They say that you are full of all virtues and we are degraded sinners. We don't have any virtues. Then they say, have mercy on us. Come and make us worthy to be in a temple. So today's kings also, they worship those deities or those kings who are pure. So they just sing this. They sing this song, that is Om Jai Jagadish Hari. There is the song on the path of devotion. They say that they just represent themselves like this in front of the God, that we are degraded sinners, we don't have any virtues, please make us worthy. So he comes and makes us worthy to be in a temple. No one can understand how the Father comes and once again carries out the establishment of the original eternal deity religion. You now understand, you belong to the deity kingdom, deity religion. We became warriors, merchants, Shudras and took this many births, and we are now completing our 84 births. The cycle of the world has to turn again. This is why you have once again, you have to become pure here. No one who is impure can go back to the land of peace or the land of happiness. The Father explains that you, when you were Satopradhan, you have become the same soul who was Satopradhan. He has become Tamopradhan. You have come from the golden age into this iron age. You once again have to become golden aged, for only then can you go to the land of liberation and land of happiness. Bharat was the land of happiness, it's now the land of sorrow. You heard in the song, show the path to us who are blind. How can we go to our land of peace? What was the song? Show us the path. Oh God, show us, that is blind ones, the path. So Baba says, how can we go to our land of peace? The people say that God is omnipresent, that He incarnates in this, etc. Would the father become Parashuram and kill anyone? That is the scripture story of Rama with an axe. That's impossible. He had taken the promise that he would kill all the Kshatriyas. So Baba explains how you have taken 84 births in this cycle. Now remember me, Alpha. O souls, become soul conscious. O souls, what do you have to become? Become soul conscious. By becoming body conscious, you have become completely poverty stricken and unhappy. You have become the residents of hell. If you wish to become the residents of heaven, you definitely have to become soul conscious. Souls shut their bodies and take others. Your 84 births have now come to an end, and you have to go to the beginning of the golden age. Now remember me and break your intellect's yoga away from others. You may live at home with your families and keep the faith that you are a soul. That's why Baba says, that's why we must have only one Baba, none other. We must have all relationships with one Baba. You may live at home with your families, but keep the faith that you are souls. A soul shuts his body and takes another. Now become soul conscious and remember me, the alloy will be burnt away. You will become pure, and I will then take all you children back home with me. When the alloy gets removed, when it gets burnt away, then the soul becomes pure, just like when the alloy is removed from the gold, it becomes pure gold. You will become pure, then I will take all you children back home with me. If you don't follow my directions, then you will not claim such a high status. Lakshmi and Narayan claimed a high status when it was their kingdom. There were no other religions. All other religions started to come in the Copper Age. In the Golden Age, there are very few human beings. Now, because there are many religions, they have become so unhappy. So the deities became impure, and therefore they could no longer call themselves deities. Then they gave themselves the name Hindu. The father explains, when you were worthy deities, because they can't call themselves deities because they don't have those virtues anymore. That's why they call themselves Hindus. The father explains, when you were worthy deities, you ruled the whole world and you were all very happy. You have now become unhappy. Bharat was heaven and it's now the hell. No one can therefore make hell into heaven without the Father. The deities are called completely voiceless. They are the ones who are full of all virtues, and the ones with the 16 celestial degrees full. These are the qualifications of the deities. people here are completely vicious and they are called impure. Bharat was the temple of Shiva established by Shiv Baba. The Father creates heaven and the Ravan makes it into the hell. The Father creates heaven and the Ravan makes it into the hell. Ravan curses you, whereas Father gives you your inheritance for 21 births. Now each of you has to remember the Father, not any bodily beings. The bodily beings aren't called God. There is only one God. The Father gives you any bodily being, whether he is the founder of the religion or a great soul or any great person, because even or a deity, because the deities are also bodily beings. But Baba says that you shouldn't remember any bodily being because they aren't God. The Father gives you an unlimited inheritance and the Ravan then curses you. At this time, Bharat is cursed and experiencing a great deal of sorrow. Ravan now has to be conquered. Because the Bharat is cursed a lot, because the people of Bharat just take 84 births. It's remembered, when you donate the vices, the omens of the eclipse are removed. Other physical eclipses are the shadows over the earth. The Father now says, when the shadow of the earth falls on the moon, that is called lunar eclipse. So the Father now says, there are the omens of the eclipse of 5 vices over you. You have to donate these 5 vices. The first donation is to make it is that of never indulging in vice. It's not about the physical donation, it's about all the vices which have to be donated. It's this sword of lust that makes the human beings impure. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, and Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the Mother, Father, and Bab Dada. The essence for Dharana, the first one. Pay full attention to this knowledge that the Father teaches you. In this last birth, understand your 84 births with your third eye of this knowledge and become pure. Second one, in order to be saved from being cursed by Ravan, stay in the remembrance of the one Father. And donate the 5 vices, follow the directions of the one Father. Blessing. May you be seated on the heart throne and adopt a crown and a tilak by being Bap Dada's helpers. May you be seated on the heart throne and adopt a crown and a tilak by being Bap Dada's helpers. When a king is seated on his throne, a tilak and crown are the signs of that. Similarly, those who are seated on the heart throne always have a tilak of the soul conscious stage visibly sparkling on their forehead. So Baba says, similarly, those who are seated on the heart throne always have a tilak of their soul conscious stage visibly sparkling on their foreheads, which can be seen from a far place. So what's the tilak applied here? It's not about the physical one. That is the being in the awareness of soul conscious. The good wishes of benevolence for all souls is visible in their eyes and on their faces. Their every thought, word, action are equal to those of the Father. Slogan: in order to have easy remembrance, imbibe the virtue of an easy nature and make your sanskars easy and simple. So when our sanskars are easy, then even a problem or the challenge like a mountain can be transformed into a mustard seed. Otherwise, vice versa will happen. So Baba says, if we have the easy nature, then we will be in the easy remembrance. Avyakt signal constantly experience an unshakable, immobile and constant stage. Those who have imbibed power in their practical lives through this knowledge of the Brahma can never have any upheaval. Because we have the knowledge of the Brahma makes us unshakable. This point of the Brahma provides the special power to remain constantly unshakable and immovable. Those who have imbibed it in the form of the power can never be defeated. Every scene of this benevolent Brahma has one or another benefit merged in it. Be patient and practice seeing everything as a detached observer. You will remain unshakable and immobile. Irrespective of however the scene is, there is definitely the benefit merged in it. Because sometimes we don't see anything beneficial in the present scene, but of course benefit will be visible in the future. So have patience. Watch it as a detached observer. You will remain unshakable and immovable. There are a few announcements. All the surrendered brothers who have registered your names for the Peace Park Bhatti, the first group starts from 6th May. Those who have given your names are to go tomorrow evening, where the transport facility is there. The bus leaves Shantivan campus tomorrow evening. So tomorrow there is yoga at 6:30 to 7:30. Then post that you will be given the guidelines of the Bhatti. And 9th May Murli class will be at Panda Bhavan. That you have to attend the Murli class at Panda Bhavan. You can just inform the details if you are using your personal vehicle, or if you are choosing any other means of transport, you can just inform Anand brother, because it was already announced. There is this exam of 10 Avyakt Murlis which will be held on 10th May. So you can either register your names with Chiranjeevi Lal brother or Anand brother. all the sisters and brothers of BK Colony and Trauma Nursing College. There is some civil work going on at the Saraswati Bhavan. So your meeting will be at Dadiji's meeting hall, and it starts at 5:15 p.m. because the meditation from 6 to 8 p.m. will start. Biometric machines can be installed on both the sides of the diamond hall. Skin specialists are here till Thursday. You can just visit Ever Healthy if anything has to be consulted. Sixth May. Tomorrow is 5th Remembrance Day of respected Ishu Dadiji. So tomorrow Bo will be there. Then Santosh Didi will share her experience of being associated with Dadiji. Then there will be a song by Madhurvani team. Then at 9:30, all the senior brothers and sisters will go to Dadiji's cottage and offer tribute. Then afternoon, there is a Brahma Bhojan afternoon. That is tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow at 6:30, there is a program where all the senior brothers and sisters will share their experience. All the sisters and brothers of BK Colony, Trauma and Sangam Bhavan, they can go after 10 a.m. Let's remember Baba. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Gulzar Ji. The old sanskars that have accumulated over the past 63 births do emerge. However, through the power of the Supreme Soul's love, through the blessings, by drawing all the powers from the Almighty Authority, we can finish those sanskars. The power to face enables us to merge those sanskars. Then the soul becomes absorbed in Supreme Soul's love. So this is the power we naturally receive when we experience the depth of God's love. You shouldn't consider it to be a difficult task. In the beginning, everyone perceives it as challenging. You are not different. Your experience is no different. We also felt in this way at very first. However, if we have firm determination to become better, this is what it truly, that I absolutely have to become better. That is the determination. Om Shanti.